Dude. So this Avatar movie, you told me that this was a thrill ride, so I went in with high expectations because the first Avatar movie was really good. The second
Yes.
one was pretty good too. But this third one, it was like the same plot, just a different movie title for the third time. I mean, the second one got away with it only because it was able to shift around a lot of different topics. So that got a pass. But this one, it was like a copy and paste. I mean, it was like what I said in my other video that I made the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's my next point here. So the military, it needs to exit stage right, like immediately. Like I'm tired of the military. Like get something else to happen, right? The fight should be between not the military. It should be between the Ash people. And I think the movie would have been a lot better. I think fans would have appreciated this movie so much more if there was like a more insight on where the Ash people came from
Yeah.
and expanded more on their background.
I mean, they did have that one scene where Varong told Quaritch why they rejected Newa and or Eywa, not
Awa,
Newa. Yeah,
Nawa.
sorry. Where they why they rejected Eywa and stuff like that because their forest burned to the ground and the volcano erupted and Eywa was nowhere to be found. Didn't try to help them, nothing. So they all rejected Eywa from there on out. But I think more emphasis on like the story of why they rejected Eywa, not just oh well, Eywa didn't help us, so we reject Eywa. How
Right.
about because like this movie is trying to set up I forget the girl's name. Uh
Are you
the
talking about the Fire Lady?
no, the one that gets the powers at the end of the movie. I forget her name.
Oh, that's Sigourney Weaver's character.
Yes.
I don't know what the name is, but yeah,
So, yeah, I don't remember her name. I think it's really cool that she got her powers and awakened all that. But I think like the part where she overpowers Varong like point blank,
the Fire Lady, yeah.
yeah,
I didn't like that at all.
with no repercussions or learning how to do it. She rejects Eywa and all of a sudden
Yeah, I didn't like that she was just magically able,
and
she has
then
these powers
and
and
then she runs away and we never see her again.
exactly. And I want to expand on that in a minute. Varong, uh, she was my favorite character. I did not like that Sigourney Weaver's character was just magically just able to all of a sudden she has these new powers and she just knows how to use them instantly, like what you were saying, and she's just able to bam just overpower the Fire Lady Varong. I'm like,
Like
what the
I
heck is going on?
I do get
What the frick is this?
I do get that like she started using her powers and like near the beginning of the movie where they get captured and she shoots the ash people with the plants,
Yeah, that
which
was cool.
that scene was really cool.
That was cool.
But as you saw in that scene, she struggled to even do that. And just to get to the Great Mother, Eywa, in the spirit realm, or I forget what they call it, but she needed Spider's help, Took's help. Uh, I think those were the only two characters that joined her in there. She needed their help to get to the Great Mother, and then the Great Mother granted her these powers, which I get that the Great Mother is speaking through her, but I wouldn't say she knows how to use all of it yet. So her just
Right.
being her being able to call all of the creatures of Eywa, that's the Great Mother speaking through her. Which I get that her powers coursing through her like that, and that would overpower Varong anyway. I still think even if she would have beat Varong with the Sahelu uh, join that they had, it would have had more emphasis on like, I am more powerful than you. I reject Eywa. You can't.
Yeah. Because so they're like tendrils at the end of their hair or whatever the frick that's called. Like,
Sahelu.
yeah, whatever that is. Every time she connected with somebody, the fire lady Varong, she was instantly able to overpower everyone, even the colonel, the military
Yep.
dude.
The Colonel, that is one of the most uh like in depth with his mind and everything.
Mentally
He
strong.
yes. He just
Yeah, that actually kind of surprised me that he was just able to do that. But
I
that
mean
just
she did
shows you how strong that the fire lady is.
she did drug him too.
She did do that. I kind of like that scene. But so that scene, that's where the military should have been done with the movie. It, halfway through is more than enough, right? When he walked up there, he, he goes to their sanctuary, their place, and she should have drugged him and then just killed him right there.
You know what I think would have been cooler? Like, I love that Quaritch is still alive through this movie. I love Quaritch as a character. I love that he keeps coming back
The
because
colonel.
that's a staple of his character. But I think what should have happened is because um the reason that Quaritch is mad at Jake to begin with is because he chose the Na'vi over humans. Quaritch in this movie did the same thing. He chose Varong over his own
He
kind.
finally did. Yes, that is a good
So,
point.
I think what would have been cool is rather than joining up with the military, his little team that he had of military should have went with him, and they all went
With the
rogue
Ash
and
people.
killed the military, then
Yeah.
went after Jake.
That would have been a cool twist. I was hoping they were going to do that. When there was a scene where he was reporting to the general and he was covered in the Ash people's face paint.
Yeah.
That's when I think he should have. I thought he was going to defy orders. I really did. I'm like, oh, this is going to get
Just give me
good.
a little more time. I can still get them.
I'm like, this is going to get good. But it didn't happen. And so another massive problem that I have with this movie is the predictability. Massive issue. For me,
Yeah.
I felt like I have seen this type of movie so many times in many different, even Disney films. I've just felt like I've seen,
I think what would have been cool to set up the next movie is have the Ash people win.
yeah, let the bad guys win for a change. I'm tired of seeing the good guys win.
Like, I would be
Shift it
okay.
up.
Like, and again, I'm not saying this is a bad movie. It's still a good movie, but there's other things that would have made this movie even better than it is, that could have gotten us ready for the fourth one. Like, um, because now that the Ash people have been beaten, supposedly because Varong ran away and is never seen again, Quaritch threw himself off a fucking cliff.
That was stupid. What a
Uh,
waste. What an absolute waste of a character.
and he's one of the best characters in the series.
He is. And they just completely wasted his character.
And
100%.
I think that
100%.
and they also used the whale story again.
Yeah. I mean, the whales were cool, but I felt like it was just
Like,
too
I
much.
think they still could have been involved in the movie. Like, yeah, mention a scene where they're still trying to get, like, the brain matter and stuff of them, and just have the Na'vi completely wipe out that military expo right there, and then be done with that part of the thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how far into the future the movie is from the second one. I can't remember if it said how long it is. But as we saw in the beginning, the chief did tell, or not the chief, the chief's wife told Jake in the beginning of the movie that Natiri was still in the grievance period.
Right. But you know, see, that was a massive issue I had again with this film. And I told you this off outside the studio here, which is they they spent way too much time with her. I don't know. I felt like it was like just such a massive percentage of the movie. What did that actually do with the film? That didn't motivate her to do anything. It just made her an unlikable character for me. I didn't like her in this film. I felt like she was just a mopey mess. And that should have been saved for the prior film, not for this film. Because, in my opinion, the deceased son didn't move the plot anywhere in this movie. It was way too much time on something that was so irrelevant to
Like,
what the film needed.
I think what would have been, I think what would have meant more is like, um, have her be in the grievance period, have her be depressed, like, keep all of the stuff that she did in this movie, like, holding grievance towards the humans and stuff like that, and eventually falling for Spider like she did, which that is character development in itself.
Falling for Spider.
But what I mean is accepting Spider into her
Okay.
family.
I'm like, wait a minute. You know,
No.
she's with Jake, right?
No, so I just think it took way too long in the film for her to finally accept Spider because, like, I get that he's human, but like Jake said in the beginning of the film, you've chose a human over your own kind before in himself.
Exactly.
He said, no matter how long I'm in this body, I am still a human.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Says doesn't matter the color of my skin, whether I'm blue or whatever it may be that takes a hold of me, I'm still human underneath all of this. I thought that was cool.
And I think right there should have been um like I said, she could still grieve throughout the movie, but making it her entire personality for the entire film
Was just too much.
yeah.
So,
Like, what would have been cool is she's still grieving, and then Quaritch is like, yeah, that son of yours, something. Get angry.
I'm always angry.
Take revenge on him.
yeah, make it worth something instead of just moping around about it, right? I mean, that could be something that could be handled off screen, and then one of the characters just tell us about her grievance period, and we move on.
And thing is, her having the grievance period, how many other Na'vi in that tribe lost children?
Right. A whole bunch of them. I mean, there was hundreds.
So why
of
is there no other ones?
Right. It's like
Just her.
She's the only mother that lost a child, right? It's like, right. And the more you think about it, the less sense it makes. So, so I want to move forward and touch back to that point about what happened at the end. So the ending, you talked about Varong, and it's like, well, where did the Fire Lady go? Why did they give the main villain of this movie split between her and Quaritch, the general, not the general, the colonel, so much screen time and partial development just to throw him off, or in his case, kill him off? And it's like we're building scenes that are leading to nowhere, right? You're building and you're building and you're telling the story, and it's like we get to the end of it and there's no meaning.
Yeah, we got to the end where Jake and Quaritch are finally like, well, what are we gonna do now? Give each other a big ass hug?
Or yeah, did we hold hands and sing? Well, yeah, that's exactly what you do because nothing else happened.
It literally goes, "Hey, you want to hold hands and sing? All right, bye."
And then he's like, yeah, bye. Whether we can just make a meme out of that
Uh,
one.
I I don't care about my son that I just saved. Bye.
I'm out of here. The child support's looking kind of expensive. See ya. So, uh,
Like
I'm
I
gonna
think I think an even cooler ending would be because Jake was trying to get Quaritch to change this entire movie.
entire.
Entire. He was trying to get him to change in the whole movie.
Yeah.
He kept saying, "You're not Quaritch. Quaritch is dead.
Right.
You may have his memories, but you are not him."
I mean, Jake and his son were trying to do that. And then I think part of him was accepting that. And then
He was.
right when he was starting to accept that, he's like, nah. And he just eliminates himself.
So, like, when Jake was in the cell, in that glass cell, when people were taking the pictures and stuff, Jake was like, "You're not Quaritch. You have your whole life ahead of you. You're Na'vi now. You can do whatever you want to do.
Right. The world is yours.
Just see this world through different eyes, and all of it is yours."
All you got to do is open them, he said, right? All you got to do is open them. And I think he really thought about those words
He did,
because
and he like his personality did change for the rest of the film
you
after
could
that
see
scene.
that. Yeah.
And we get to the ending where he can finally make that choice, break away from the military, break away from being um being the colonel, and he just kills himself.
Yeah. I feel like that was such a waste.
He
So
was it was a waste on such a cool character.
to recap here for me, in short, I would say so let's before we end our Avatar topic here, um, people are probably going to wonder, well, was there anything good about this movie? Yeah, there were a couple things that were good. I did
Like I
mention the Fire Lady; she was
yes,
great. And then another thing I want
I
to
would
mention.
say, sorry to cut you off.
No, no,
Continue.
you're good. You can merge right on in, Bendy boy. Go ahead.
So I think the film in itself, like bare bones, it's a great film. It's just those minor things. And this is just us being film critics. Anybody that's
Absolutely.
listening, we're not shitting on the entire
No,
franchise.
no, we
It's
don't
just
hate. We actually love Avatar.
like we're still excited for the fourth and fifth one no matter what happens.
Absolutely.
But it's just these minor things that would make the movie so much better. And like these are and we're eventually going to talk about Avengers Doomsday. I know we're going to have an episode about it
Oh,
someday.
absolutely. Don't forget Doomsday. That's RDJ just released a press statement about that the other day.
He did.
We're thinking Doomsday.
He did. He released it on X, I do believe. So we'll have to check
Oh,
that out. Well, we'll
all
have to
right.
talk about that another time.
But as I was saying, like we're going to be talking about Marvel stuff and stuff like that, and there's going to be things that we say that a lot of people probably won't agree with. Some people will agree with it. Like with any movie, critics will bring up something that some people won't agree with that we just think it'd be a little bit better to make the movie more worthwhile. And again, we're not saying it's a bad movie. It's still a great movie. I would say like 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's still a pretty good film.
For me, it's a 2.5, buddy.
Oh no.
It's a 2.5.
Oh
So,
no.
so let me get my points out of the way, and I'm going to close off here, and
Okay.
I'll be done with my segment. So the good parts was the Fire Lady. She was my favorite. She had excellent character development. I wanted more. I wish I saw more. Didn't get more. Hopefully we will.
We know you want to see more.
Okay, shut up. Right now. I'm going to shut that down right now.
No.
So the next thing is the visuals of this movie. James Cameron did deliver. The visuals were
Yeah,
stunning.
so the Avatar series as a whole, I'm always excited for the films because I'm always like, oh my god, this movie's gonna be so beautiful.
It was absolutely beautiful.
You still watch the first one, and it still looks so good.
It holds up to this day, man. I mean, anyone who's interested that has not seen the first Avatar film, go watch it. You will love the visuals, at least. Maybe not the story, but you'll love the visuals. It's so beautiful.
I think the story of the first one was still really good.
It was really good. The next thing was the sound quality,
Oh,
all the effects from the different
the
like
ambiance,
ships.
the
Oh yes,
footprints, the water, the rain, the
beautiful,
oh,
amazing. So Fire Lady, visuals, audio, those are my three favorite things from this film. Everything else was just
ooh,
very
another
forgetful.
touchy subject. So trigger warning for anybody that's listening to this. This is going to be talking about mental health. So, one thing that this movie did bring forward that I really loved that touched me as a person with issues with my mental health to begin with, um, not these same issues, but it did bring up stuff about depression, anxiety, um, separation, and the really big one, suicide.
Oh, do tell.
So, I don't know if you remember the scene where Natiri well, Jake has his little tizzy fit with his son, and his son walks off. And Natiri says, "Go talk to him." Jake says, "I have nothing to say to him," and um, he's over there with a gun pointing it to his
Oh
throat.
yeah, I forgot about that scene.
And if he just, he almost did it.
He did. But I think what really brought him back was how strong his family is. And he remembered that. He thought before he does this, he made a very mature adult decision. And he's like, you know what? I have a loving family. I have people that need me, and I need those people too. And I matter.
Yeah.
And that's what's important. I think that was a really positive message about this movie.
And I think like people that um not to bring up mental stuff, but I think people that like need a push to um see that there's people out there and care for them and just getting back to normal everyday life. It's really good to have those scenes
Absolutely.
that can show a really strong character that you love as a person, and you're like, "Oh my god, he got out of it. Why can't I?"
Yeah. It does good to boost those positive characteristics that I think we can generate within
And
ourselves.
like me and you say all the time, movies are made to escape reality. That'll be another big topic for another day. But I do love when they put subtle realism into movies just to when it benefits people. I love
Yeah.
when they do that.
So in closing here, what would you say are your three uh three summarized topics, whether you liked or disliked the movie? You can give a little bit more than three, but we're running out of time here, so we're gonna have to.
It's all right. I would say that hmm I would say story and plot I think were pretty good up until the point where the repetition comes up. Like
Yeah.
I would say the first half of the movie pretty good. Really good. That segment with Jake about to kill Spider and um him saying I love you no matter what happens and them both accepting it and then Natiri accepting Spider. That was a great scene. I loved that. Um
Mhm.
I did love getting to see the Great Mother finally after this is now the third film. We never got to see what she looked like. We got to see the side of her face.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Because we've never known what the Navi talk to. They always talk about the Great Mother, and we've never seen what they meant.
Yeah.
And
So we get a little bit of a picture with that one.
yeah. Um, overall, I would say that it's a pretty good film, and if anybody is doubting watching it, I would still highly recommend.
That's great because I would not watch this again. Like it's a if you want to go to the theater and have a cool theater to experience this movie in, by all means, this is decent enough to do that, but it's not rewatchable for me. So I'm gonna go watch something else. I might hop over to Dune. So you know what I'm saying.
How you doing?
How you doing? All right, people. Well, I think that's gonna do it for us. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Voltage, and I am co-hosted today by Mr. Unleash Broly himself. Thank you, sir, for joining me.
AKA Braden Main, AKA Mr. Main, AKA the main event. You know
Mr.
who it
The
is.
AKAs keep going on forever. Mr. Mother effing Main. Thank you so
Oh,
much, sir.
by the way, if there's any viewers on my behalf, I am coming back soon. Don't know when, but we'll figure it out. We got to do something with Voltage here, and yeah.
Yeah, I'll tag you in here, and people know where to find you. They know you. They love you. And I think we're out of here, man. So, any final things to say before we tap out, or?
Uh, Not really.
All right, then. I think there's one thing left to do, and that is just say, I say peace.
I say peace.